Okay, after you've made the nose cone and you have your body tube already made, the next step is going to be to attach the nose cone evenly to the body tube. The best way to accomplish that is to take a long piece of tape that you can put on the nose cone from the tip down. Now it's very important that you always tape from the tip all the way down. Do not try to tape around the joint between the nose cone and the rocket. Okay, all that's going to do is give you just that small amount of space where the tape will touch and it will blow off of the rocket very easily. So we put that tape on, and then we're going to very carefully wrap this around both directions and smooth that out. Okay, now once you have that done, you've got to be very careful not to kind of tangle and get your tape stuck to things you don't want it to be stuck to. Okay, I like to pull it down, and then I'm just going to take my body tube and I'm going to fit it right in there and get it as straight as I can. Once I have the basic idea of how straight I want it, I'm just going to bring that tape down the length of the rocket and very carefully smooth that out so that I keep the number of wrinkles down to a minimum. You will get some wrinkles, okay, but as long as it doesn't look like your great-grandma Betty and be incredibly wrinkled, you're going to be okay. So we've got that on there. Now I need to put two more long pieces of tape from the tip down, and I want to overlap the tape just a little bit so that when I'm done, the whole surface of the rocket is completely taped. So I'm going to grab one more long piece of tape, and I'm going to very carefully start at the tip, making sure that I'm overlapping the previous piece just a little bit, and I'm going to lay that down on there. Okay, make sure that you straighten the rocket, the nose cone out as much as possible, and then push your tape into place. Okay, if you get some wrinkles, you can oftentimes fix those by running your thumbnails over them and forcing the tape to stick in the middle of the wrinkle. Okay, and then again you smooth it around. Now you can see that I've got the majority of the rocket coated in tape. So I'm going to try to do one more that's going to cover this area that has not got any tape on it. So I get one more piece of tape. I'm going to hold this up in a more of a vertical fashion, and again I'm going to go from the tip down and try to make sure that that tape covers the area that has not already been taped. Very important that you keep it from getting tangled up and getting wrinkles all through it. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap this. And I'm going to wrap this side around. You want to try to make sure you don't wrinkle up at the tip, because that will cause kind of a bulge up there. Get that tape down and go down the length of the rocket, and then make sure that you have it completely covered in tape. This is the most important spot in the entire rocket. If this is weak, okay, you may want to put a couple of more shorter pieces on here to make sure that this is good and strong, because if something is going to blow up on the rocket when you inject the air in, this would be the spot right in here. Okay, so once I've got that taped all the way down and I'm sure that I've got good coverage of the tape, then I'm done mounting my nose cone. And again, you want to make sure that it's on there relatively straight. If it's too crooked, leaning off to one side, will cause the rocket to fly off of line.